The $1 million question between IU versus Miami, which I already know what the answer is, but I still gotta ask y'all: who y'all picking to win the 2026 College Football National Championship?
It's a no-brainer.
I ain't gonna hold y'all. I've always been nervous when my city is not the underdog. And as much as we are decimating, like I ain't even gonna hold you. I ain't watched not one game. I study highlights. I've been asleep every game on purpose because I wake up and they just blowing teams out. It's been like a ritual this year. Alabama was nervous. I tired, took a nap, came up, they blew them out 38-3. Same thing. I was at the restaurant, they started the game. I said, I'm going to sleep. Woke up, they was decimating them 55-22. The national championship, I'm scared to watch it because I feel like the first time I like lock in and glue in, it's not gonna go the way. But Miami hungry too. Miami been written off all season. Every team that they fought, they were supposed to lose to. And I'm just like, I don't know.
They barely made it in.
And look what they doing.
That's true.
I give them that. I props.
You got what I'm
They
saying?
barely won that game against Ole Miss, though.
I'm not saying that.
They
saying
barely won that game.
I'm going to say IU because Alabama was the game I thought was going to be like talent for talent. I'm like, that's not just talent, that's season. Like, Alabama not new to this. And they went in there and dog walked them. Oregon, I wasn't worried about Oregon. We beat Oregon. Oregon didn't last the final rounds. The last game, and IU was too hungry and know them too good. If I'm not mistaken, have they fought Miami this season?
Not this year. No.
Not this year. So I'm like, we ain't seen Miami. I don't know. Don't get me wrong. I'm diehard Cincinnati. He don't flex on nobody. He just gets results. So I'm gonna say us. I just don't want us to get so complacent that we go in there like we about to dog walk instead of just playing like you down, staying hungry, staying humble, making the smart moves. Because every team has done that with Miami. And even though they're barely winning, they win it. So winning shuts all that up. No one gets to say, well, we almost won. Like, you lost.
Got you. I got you.
So I just don't want us to get too arrogant. And I've seen a lot of teams do that in the period. And I just don't want. I want us to finish. I want us to finish.
Shoot. Ant, what you thinking, man? What you thinking, Ant?
I mean, I like the whole vibe, the coach of the team. I think Fernando is a dog. I think he's a great being. I mean, he's in a business school, isn't he? He graduated. He's at Kelly. The way he processes the game, bro. I just think he plays the quarterback position at such an elite level. And I'm a fan of Carson Beck too. Carson Beck is a good competitor, a good QB. But Fernando, bro, I think he's gonna be obviously number one pick. At least he should be, in my opinion. But I think because of that alone, because he's the leader of the team on the field, and we got Coach Sig leading the entire team, the culture. The team goes out there every game and they look prepared. He made a quote, I forget when he said it, but he said, we don't just beat powerhouse or top 25 schools, we beat the shit out of them. And they know that, we're dog walking these teams, bro. And although Miami, they've been fighting, they've been in a lot of dog fights their whole run to get here. I just think that we're a different type of dog. And because we got Fernando at the helm and we got Coach Sig leading him and the rest of the team, I just think it's too much. My money's on IU all the way.
Yes, sir. E, what about you, my boy?
I'm going to keep it short and sweet. Fernando, he's putting up Burrow numbers. Burrow was at LSU.
I don't know about that, big dog, but...
No, his stats is...
Statistically...
It's there. You can look it up. The stats is showing.
No, I think Burrow had more of... I think when they showed it was touchdowns. That man has 60. Fernando's had 43.
Fernando is up there with Joe Burrow.
600 yards and 60 touchdowns in less games.
Telling you, you can look it up. They talked about it on the last game. You can look it up. But anyway, like I said, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. Fernando, he's up there. He's putting up the numbers. He's showing what he can do. Miami, they no slouch though. I got IU winning, but I don't think it's gonna be no blowout like what they just did.
On top of that, Fernando's from Miami. This is a whole homecoming for him.
Different vibe, yeah.
He coming back home around his people. He's been in the stadium before already. This is the storyline is just too whoever wrote this script right here, this script is elite.
For real.
No, it's for real. And then on top of that, IU, just the history of IU football. When's the last time we went to a board game? When's the last time we had a winning season? We broke
Let me help
every
you. It's real
record.
easy. Never.
We
Never.
never did any everything that we've done this year. we've
Clyde, he
never done
like,
before.
exactly.
There's a lot of
Let me-
IU alumni in this chat. It's a lot of IU alumni.
Let Clyde. I was about to say, let Clyde. I
Somebody
always
who
like the
don't
other
got
side.
thousands of
Yeah,
dollars
so
in
yeah, let
student
me-
debt that I
go
owe
ahead.
to IU. Let me go ahead and give you the proper synopsis of the game. So for me, I like Oregon. It's no secret. Mario Cristobal left Oregon, and I was happy that day. I was screaming with joy. I did not like Mario Cristobal at Oregon. So nothing would make me more happy than to see Miami get slaughtered. And I think it's going to happen like that. Simple as that. They got so many people it's going to be the last game of their football career on the team. So, I mean, they got to play like it's their last one.
I ain't gonna hold you. That stat with them Ducks and our Hoosiers, that's great. That they got that it was. We only had 8 5-star athletes, and y'all had like how many athletes?
I don't think IU got any
15?
5 stars. IU
We
got
got
No,
eight.
they
We
did
got
not.
8
4 stars.
8
Y'all don't got no
4 stars,
5
and then
stars.
like what did the Ducks have? Like 15 combined 4
And they all
star.
they all like 19, 20, and then all the other
Yeah, I
2
was
stars,
like,
they like
that's crazy.
25, 26.
22.
So
Nothing.
here's what I think is gonna happen, right? I'm not gonna lie. I've been hearing everything that y'all been saying, but my personal opinion, Oregon was supposed to be our toughest challenge. All respect, because if y'all think about it, with Alabama, the way they lost to Georgia, and plus they have a lot of key players injured that I don't know off the top of my head. I already knew Alabama was finna lose. Oregon was supposed to be the challenge because you're talking about a top 10 team in the Big Ten, obviously in all college football for 2026. And then we're looking at it, they lost at Oregon, so they were supposed to have a chip on their shoulder. You know what I'm saying? And for that energy to not only not get reciprocated, but for IU to win the way that they won, shows how disciplined that Kurt Cignetti has made this team, mainly because he does not allow this team to get complacent. And that is the teachings and that is the coaching style that he was able to adopt from Nick Saban. Because even in the championship game, I do not believe that IU is finna go in there and be like, yeah, we got this in the bag just because everybody is rooting for us or this and that.
No.
You know what I'm saying? And my main
like
thing,
that.
and my main point is, one thing I do love about this IU team is not only are they disciplined, but they're all connected all around. Offense is connected with the defense. Defense is connected with the offense. Like, this is the most structured I've ever seen a college football team, let alone a team that I've personally seen in a minute. So I'm always gonna go with IU, but this time, this is not me saying that because this is my team. I really truly believe that Indiana University football team, the Hoosiers, is going to be the 2026 college football national champions. And I'm excited. I'm excited.
Yeah, that's
I'm
crazy.
excited.
To not do
Mhm.
nothing for 100 years and then to look up, hey, you are the number 1 team.
And
Dog
listen,
walking.
history, 16-0.
Dog
16-0.
Yeah, and that's how crazy that they dog fights have been. No one's even don't even bring up the fact once the playoffs started, no one has talked about the fact that they have not been beaten at all this year. At all. No one's beat them. And I think that is more significant because when they went, what was it, 12-3 last year? Or
11-2.
11-2? It was like they were like they didn't think that they could repeat that because it
And
was
that's what
so
I was
good.
getting ready to say. Coach Sid came in, bro, off rip and said, I forget what the question was. It prompted his response, but he was like, I win.
We win.
Google me. He only 2 losses that he had his first year were to the teams that played in the national championship. And then he followed that up with an undefeated season in this year, and now we about to be in the national championship. Like, he's literally, and then let's talk about he came from James Madison. He brought 13 transfers from JMU. Who is JMU? Who was JMU before last year, this year? And on top of that, so he came and he took us to all of these records, all of these wins this year, and the JMU still made the playoffs on their own. So he's leaving a legacy on top of like building legacies. This man is goated in my book.
I ain't gonna hold you. Cincinnati might go down second greatest if he wins. And
I think
say
he's gonna end up in the NFL soon.
Yeah,
I was
I don't
thinking that.
know. He might, but like,
If he
no, I
wants
don't
to.
know because
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think he's
Cincinnati
gonna.
signed a
I think
10
he's
year.
gonna
think
end
he
up in
wants
the
to.
league.
I don't think he wants to because I don't think
he
y'all.
wants to.
I don't even live in Bloomington no more. But because I'm all, my wife's family's from there. I'm always there for other connections, bro. We have every time we go down there and in the playoffs are here, we catch IU leaving. All you gotta do is pay attention to the houses, the real estate. Natty signed a 10-year deal for $100 million in Bloomington. Him and his wife have already built their house. Have already I got connects that tell me like what's going on in the elderly inner workings of Bloomington, the city. Because when I was out of school, I was in the city. Bro, that man has already started putting his roots in the city. He's not leaving.
I will say this, and then after this, we can go on to our to the next point. So, number one, he doesn't get the credit. From what I've heard, he is a quarterback coach, right? And so the development that not only did he do with last year with Rourke, who's plays for the San Francisco 49ers, but what he did with Fernando Mendoza to like get him to obviously win the first Heisman in IU history. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many accolades that we could talk about this season. Big Ten champs, Rose Bowl, Peach Bowl. But the fact that he turned Fernando Mendoza into not a Heisman candidate, but a Heisman winner, and the fact that he looked for Fernando Mendoza and brought him to IU. And we could talk about NIL, we could talk about all that stuff at a later date. But listen, like, there's just a lot of things that that goes unnoticed. But one thing I will say is Kirk Cinetti knows how to round up a lot of players. And then if you're looking at what we're doing as far as recruitment, we have some dogs transferring in, and then we have some dogs coming out of high school that's going to be a part of this team. So there's no slowing down for the Hoosiers. I appreciate you for tapping in. Make sure to check out the Black Card Crew on all social platforms, and come see a new episode every Thursday on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcast.